Hey friends, you'll be able to hear the pump running this reservoir to pump the nutrient solution up to all of these Dutch buckets. I'm just going to let it run and talk over the top of it. I'm all ready to complete the installation of this makeup water tank. The purpose of this tank is to feed water into the reservoir on an automatic basis so that I don't have the water level go too low and burn out the pump. Well, the other reason is because it helps maintain the level of the nutrients at the right EC. If you haven't been following this for a while, I suggest you go look at CB's channel, CB's Greenhouse and Garden. He has some really great videos on how to run Dutch buckets. I'll make sure I put a link up for his channel. How did we get here indeed? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward. I need a simple way to add water to my reservoir to maintain the volume. Some commercial hydroponic growers use electronics to maintain level. We live off-grid, so that's not very appropriate. We need it to be simple, easy to repair, and have a low failure rate. This $12 float valve will do the job. I could have gone cheaper and bought a $3 plastic, but I wanted the security of a brass fitting. This fitting screws on to the faucet on my rain barrel. The other end connects to tubing that connects to the other end of the float valve. The fitting screws on easily. Installing the float valve is simple. First, I establish an approximate position for the float valve to be mounted. I measure down to make sure that I'm going to be able to position it correctly from the outside of the tote. I'll be drilling a hole right below there. The first hole is made with a drill bit the same size as the fitting for the float valve. Yeah, you heard right, the first hole. I'll need to drill that hole out a few more times. I'm going to drill that hole out in 1/64 of an inch increments until the fitting fits the hole just right. Now I can attach the washer and the nut to hold it to the tote. And now I'm adjusting the float at an approximate level. Now what I need to do is feed this piece of tubing through the brass fitting, put the ferrule on it, which is sometimes easier said than done. There it goes. Now, when you put one of these fittings together, it's best if you use an insert. What that does is it protects the tubing from collapse. It goes right inside the tube, no problem. I've just put this on finger tight. I'll come back and tighten it with the wrench here in a little bit. This adapter goes between a hose fitting and the tubing. Oops, and there goes the fitting. Well, that's okay. That's all there is to hooking this up. I'm going to go ahead and tighten everything down, fill this tank with water, and then I'll be adjusting the acid level in that barrel. Now, I have a small problem here because we have water that comes from 3 different sources, and I don't know which one we're going to have on any given day. Those 3 sources are 3 different wells in town. Normally I like to use rainwater, but we're out of rainwater and it hasn't rained in quite a while. So I have to use well water. Each one of those wells has a different amount of calcium in it, which complicates life a little bit for me. Well, that's about it for this project. I'll show you how it works later on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notifications when we do something new on the homestead, because we're always doing something different here, or at least interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye.